guys, welcome back to Hougan La Rouge. This is Hougan Chris. I hope everybody is well out there. You're following the precautions, what the news is saying, and please follow it so you can stay healthy. Today is not going to be so long of a video, but there's very important things that I want to talk about my customers, my clients, and my viewers. For all of those who has called me for readings and to reach out and sending your blessings to me and stuff like that, thank you very much. As you know, that through the YouTube is the way I get the customers and so forth and so on, word of mouth, XYZ. But I'm going to start talking to you about some important things as far as when you do reach out to me to get readings and stuff like that, okay? The other day I did a reading for someone very special and the connections were not good at all, okay? So if you doing Messenger or Skype, it's going to be a lot easier for me. And I suggest if you are going to do a reading for me, especially the day and time that you have, I suggest you do your updates, your accounts, and everything like that a couple of hours before we get started, because in the middle of that reading I wind up repeating myself over and over because the connection was bad, so it makes the reading take a little bit longer. Okay, so if you're gonna pay by PayPal and you need a PayPal account, feel free, get that done before you contact me. If you're gonna do Zelle, contact me as well and tell me what's the fee, so forth and so on. But if you're gonna do a reading with me and stuff like that, please email me about the reading so I can do a time, you can confirm it, and we can move on from there, okay? Another thing too is I want to let you know that there's a difference between a reading for ancestors and your spirits and a reading based on what is going on around you and what is it that you need to do to get them fixed, okay? So if you know that you're calling me and you're talking about your spirits, you want information on your ancestors and stuff like that, that reading is going to take a little bit longer, okay? So the base pay for the reading, just about you, what's going on and stuff like that, for an hour, it's $57.57. Why is that the price? Okay, I'm going to tell you. So the reading is $57.57. Why? Because 7 plus 5 is 12. Okay, and if you break that down, 1 plus 2 is 3. Okay, so that's a spiritual number. It's a very important number. That's why I chose that, okay? Now, if we're going to go deeper and we're going to start talking about plans and ancestors and laws and stuff like that, that's going to be $77, okay? I think it's fair enough, okay? It's going to be comfortable on your part, and it's going to be very comfortable in my part as well. So I don't feel like I'm being overworked, and you don't feel bad and say, oh my God, I wish I could have gave you more, but I didn't have it. Okay? So that right now we know that. So when you email me and we talk and then I tell you, what are you going to pay? Okay? The $57 or the $77. Okay? Sometimes those readings, they go over an hour. Okay? And by all means, I have a lot of patience when it comes for me helping people. And I dig and I dig and I dig until I get satisfaction. Both parts. You're satisfied, I'm satisfied. Okay? Now, don't wait to the day of the reading also to write your questions. And these questions too, I'm not telling you what to ask, and I'm not telling you what to say. But keep in mind that if I say the limit is 3 questions, make sure those 3 questions is something that you think about that's most important to you. Okay? That has something to do with you. If you're concerned about your family members and stuff like that, that should be part of your questions. Not anything that doesn't have to do with you and your growth and what's going on in your life. For instance, if I'm doing a reading and then you say to me, Chris, can you cut the cards on my sister? Chris, can you cut the cards on my brother? Chris, can you cut the cards on my nephew? That's not fair to me, okay? Because those are additional readings, because I have to cut the cards on that specific person, okay? And me, when I read, I use a 4-inch candle, okay? And I mark it based on your date of birth, okay? And based around everything that it is that I need to read for you, okay? So when you see me, crossing the candle and stuff like that, I'm mentioning your name, your birthday, location, and I'm asking for the wise to open the gates for me and definitely open the gates for you. That's why I always say, get a tea light or a 4-inch candle as well to light. So therefore, you're in light, I'm in light. Okay? And it's going to be a great reading. Alright? Another thing too, when I'm doing the reading and I'm telling you what's coming up and you're agreeing, okay? But then you feel like you need more. And then the cards come up again about the same thing. That is something you clearly know about. So don't say that you don't know it and you're not aware, and then you keep dancing me around until you break. Okay? Because some people, that's what you do. I got people that cry. I got people that don't cry. It depends on how sensitive they are to the situation. But don't keep dancing around it and I'm giving you information and you telling me you don't know, you weren't aware. It's a difference, okay, when you don't know nothing about it, honestly. Okay? Because if I cut the cards again on the same situations, let me tell you what's going to happen. After a while, the card is not going to answer me anymore. It shuts down. So at that point in time, the question has to be rephrased if I want you to do that. But if I do 2 readings on you, and those cards come up on your husband, your wife, or your daughter, or your son, or whatever, and stuff like that, and you saying, I don't know why it's not being done. You know, because most people that want to get a reading is because their instincts, okay, their heart or their soul, something's telling you that something's not right. Let me get somebody who I don't know to confirm these feelings and stuff like that, okay? But you're actually messing your time up by doing that, okay? You're also messing up your time if you don't get the connections ahead of time, okay? Please do that, and please have your notes ready, okay? Because if I'm not going into a full trance, I can write, okay? Meaning that if I don't do Je Rouge all the way, because Je Rouge doesn't know English, okay? But if you're a fluent Creole speaker, then we could do the reading full, if that's what you want. If not, I could do it in English, invoke her, and she's present regardless. Okay? But write your reading down. Okay? Like I said to before, readings should not be done every month, every 2 months, every 3 months. Let your reading go through. And when I say go through, the things that I have told you, the things that I didn't tell you, let it go through. Let the information come up that you got, so you can do your part on saying, you know what, Jiru said that, or Chris said that, and put it all together. So that way, the next 3 months or 6 months, I can look and I can say, okay, you took care of everything that I've asked you to take care of, or you did your job. Thank you very much. Okay? Now, the reason for that is Because when someone opens up your life, which is a stranger, because I'm a stranger to you, okay? I'm getting permission from my spirits, and I'm asking permission from your spirits to allow your spirits to open up your door. Now, if the spirit on your side is blocking me because you haven't released your heart, you haven't told your candle, yes, I want Chris to know, I want Chris to read for me, then I'm asking Papa Ligba to open up the gates, okay, to release Jerush for me, so that now I can see exactly what's going on. But if your heart is tight, or you're not relaxed, and you're like, oh my God, what am I going to do? No, relax, okay? There's no need for you to sit here and get nervous and all of that. Sometimes we do get nervous because the reading could be intense. But when you light your candle, let your spirits know, okay? Or let your energy know that, look, I want this guy to be able to read for me. So I ask all my spirit guides. I ask all the archangels. Most of all, I ask God, release my spirit, my guardian, so that Chris can investigate my life. You go somewhere else, you don't know if that person is going to do the same thing. But the person is opening your life again. And let me tell you something. Every reader is going to translate the stuff to you in a different way. Now, if they're hitting the nail on the head and you see that the reading is consistent with what I gave you, okay, but they're just rephrasing it to you in a different way, why did you even bother? The only reason why somebody would go and do that is because they didn't trust me from jump. But if you trust me from jump and you've been watching my YouTube, you know how I function, you know I'm a direct person, you know I have patience, because you gotta have patience, okay? Especially for new readers out there or experienced readers. Patience comes with this job. Just like these videos, I don't jump in front of this camera and say, you know what, I'm just going to talk about anything. And no, I take the time, I meditate in my little spirit room, and I do what I have to do so I can prepare the information for you guys so that it's clear for you guys, okay? If you want to make an appointment with me, don't put it on YouTube that you want to make an appointment. Look at the end of the video. It gives you my email address. It gives you my number, everything. Contact me like that. Send me an email. Send me what it is that you want, and then we'll go through there. Is it about your laws and your ancestors, or is it just about you and you want to see what's going on? 1 hour, 57 cents. Hour and a half or two, $77.57. Okay? I have PayPal. Give me a legit email address. Also, make sure your PayPal thing is available if that's the way you want to do it, or you can Zelle it to me. Oh, and I do accept tips. All right. Now, we covered that. Oh, again, do not wait an hour before or 2 hours before to get your stuff set up. Make sure you're also in a location where you're going to be able to get the correct information, because me as a reader and those cards are out and I got a flow, I just want to go with it. Okay? I don't want to have to keep stopping. Okay? So we're done with that. Your readings are solo. Okay? What does that mean, solo? It has nothing to do with your family unless it comes up. Okay? I want to focus on just you. If your family does come up, it comes up. That's why I say 3 questions, and that's it. Why wouldn't you take the advantage and use your 3 questions focused on you? If that's something that you don't want your family to know, I could understand that. okay? But I can't keep on doing it for other people, all right? There's some people, they mean well, okay? And they care about their family. But do understand that when you go and say names of people and stuff like that, I'm prying, and I'm not supposed to do that, okay? If you are a mother and you're concerned about your family, it's gonna come up on the cards on the first spread. Now, you know what readings I like to do too is when you have your questions, you are ready, and then after that, I've already answered them in the first spread. Okay? I hit it all for you in the first spread. There's no need for you to get your 3 questions. So that way, if you did pay $77 and you were at the hour, you will get your money back. Okay? That would be a $57 reading. But if you go into the Lois and the ancestors, it's going to be $77. Focus on yourself. This is your reading, especially if you do not want everybody else to know what you're doing. Okay? Now, that's 2. Okay, this is the same thing again. 57 for 1 hour, okay. Another thing too, if I didn't talk about this earlier, is don't make me work more than I have to. If I'm hitting the nail on the head and I'm giving you all this stuff and you keep telling me you don't know, you don't know, you don't know. Oh, I know, no, no. And then if I shuffle those cards and it comes back up the same way, we're going to have a problem. A big problem. Because let me tell you something, if I'm doing the reading with just me and Jewish on a clear day, meaning that I can take notes, I take notes on your reading, okay? I got your name, I got your birthday, and I take notes. You want to know why? People are full of baloney sometimes, okay? And they'll come back and they'll say, oh, you didn't say this, you just said, sweetie, I said it. So if you're going to come back with baloney instead of fruits, we're going to have issues. I like flowers, I like fruits, which means I'm going to be happy. You come back with baloney, we're going to have an issue. Okay? One thing about me is that if you're unsatisfied and you're in the right, you're going to get your money back. I just hope that it didn't take a whole hour for me to work in order for you to be satisfied. I am not going to be happy. I promise you I'm not going to be happy. Now, here's another thing. All those who are coming forward and you're talking about things where you may have been hurt, someone close to you may be having hurt and stuff like that. I don't like to battle back and forth with witchcraft. I like to clean it and I like to get it done. But going back and forth and throwing magic here, throwing magic there, it's going to cause a whole bunch of drama. Okay? And I want no parts of it. Now, if you want me to fight for you, because you're the underdog and you don't have a voice, just give me 10 minutes with that person, okay? And if their hair is braided, I'm going to unbraid the side of their head. They're going to get a call or if they're in the area and they really dogged you out, it's going to be on and cracking. Because I don't like people being abused and people abusing people, especially when they didn't deserve it. Okay? I love it. And let me tell you something. Once I get a hold of you, all I need is 10 minutes. You wouldn't even know what happened. So if you're out there and somebody did you wrong and you want to check to see what all going on and stuff like that, you got the right person. But don't ask me to go and hurt somebody's mother when she got children to feed. No mother should be killed or hurt when she has children to take care of. Okay? If you after a man who has a wife and kids and you're the side piece, you can't go and tie him down. You choose to be that side piece. Okay? You knew he was married. You knew he had kids. You knew he had a house and all that stuff like that. You were the side piece. If you feel like this is something you want to go further with, you're not going to win. You're not going to win because he's not going to leave the family. So don't come to me and cry and says, Chris, I want you to do something for me. Now, if the guy is a vagabond, like they say vagabond, which means a hoodlum, and they also have it in Israel, a vagabond, it's gonna be on and popping. I don't like victims. I don't like them, and I want everybody to be strong. Okay? That's what I love to do. Don't dance around the reading. Be direct and tell me exactly what it is that you need. I want to say thank you again for those who have reached out to me, those I have read for, and that you guys were satisfied. You guys found me on YouTube, and I'm very grateful for that. And guys, I really hope you continue to watch, and I really hope that you continue to reach out, because I'm ready. Okay? Now, we're going to talk about the seminar now. Okay? Now, the seminar is August 29th and 30th. Okay? Now, somebody in Belgium, and he knows who he is, tried to work an angle with me. Yes, Edwin Saban, I'm talking about you. I hope you watching this. He tried to sit up here and tell me, well, Chris, do you think that you should record the seminar for just in case somebody won't be able to make it? They'll be able to watch it. Edwin, you already said you're off. That's that Saturday and Sunday. So you know what? I thought about your idea, and that's out the window. If you miss it, you miss it. Okay? I'm going to say this again. If you want to take the seminar, it's going to be on August 29th, which is a Saturday, and August 30th, which is a Sunday. Make yourself available and free so you don't miss nothing out paying your $85, which in that case, I need $42.50, which would be half of the $85. Okay? $40. That's $42.50 deposit. And I need those deposits, please, by August 15th. Okay? If you don't get it on August 15th and you get it on last thing, it's August 26th. I suggest that you do not wait that long to pay $42.50 for a deposit. Okay? Because if you miss the seminar after a month, no, that's not right, not a month, 2 months now, I've been talking about the seminar, then something's not working with you, okay? Something's not right with you. $42.50 is the deposit. It's on a Saturday and Sunday, 2 days, and out of those 2 days, I'm expected to do 7 hours, okay, of cards, cartomancy, tarot, meaning, formats, spread. You'll get an hour break to go and eat tuna fish sandwiches or whatever it is, a ham sandwich. Or, like Belgium told me, I'm going to go to Starbucks, I'm going to get my blueberry muffin and my coffee with my laptop, and I'm going to be paying attention right away. I hope you say that because you're not getting a video. You want a video so you can press rewind, 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 rewind. Edwin, I know you. I know you. Okay, once you give your deposit, right? Okay, you checked your availability. And let's say, God forbid, something happens when you totally cannot do this, you're going to get a refund back. Okay? Once you paid the $42.50, okay, and then you said you're going to pay the rest of the $42.50 on the day of the seminar, okay, or matter of fact, no, you're going to pay for the seminar in total on August 26th. All fees are due. So you would owe me $42.50. Yes. So I don't want to hear, oh yeah, I didn't know, and I thought that you said that, yeah, I don't know. I know all those things. I know them. And I'm very good with body expressions, voices on phones, and stuff like that. Hey, trust me, I know them well. Once you're swallowing and you're trying to catch your breath and everything's being all close and like that, you're full of baloney. Okay? Something's not right. And like I've said in a lot of my videos, if something doesn't make sense, it's not true. And if you're telling the truth, you don't have to have a good memory. So I don't want to hear that on the 29th and the 30th, you had to take your mother to the emergency room. I don't want to hear on the 29th and 30th that the boss made a mistake, didn't give you the day off, and if you take the seminar, you're going to be fired. No. If you really want to do this seminar, you're going to do everything in your powers to be there. And I'm doing it on Zoom. Okay? And like I said, if I don't get more than 4 people or up, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to send your money back. Okay? So, the people that did pay their deposit and stuff like that, if it's 3 people, I'll continue to do the seminar. Anything less than that, I'm sorry, I'm not going to be able to do it. Because it's just not enough for those 2 days. Okay? Now, on the second day, which is something that everybody's going to look forward to, I'm going to be talking about the images, okay, of the saints, the spirits, statues, all that kind of stuff. Is it necessary for you to have altars? How many altars? Where are the altars? Okay, what do you see in your heart and mind and eyes when you look at a specific spirit? Do you identify with the Catholic images, or do you identify that your spirits are black, which is what the Santeria statues are mostly about, which is the ones I like to use? But I also stick to the tradition of the ancestors, is the ones that they use, okay, during the times on the slavery, was the image of the saints, which is white, so they don't get in trouble. Okay? We don't have that problem today. So you can choose whatever it is that you want. I'm going to be going over mouchoirs. Okay? Which one should you have for what spirit? Okay? I'm going to go over basic food for them. I'm not going to sit here and tell you to go get a hen, to go get a chicken, no. Basic foods, which means grilled peanuts and popcorn. Okay? Bread. Coffee, maimule, okay, which is ground corn. I even go as far as giving you a fruit dish that's made specifically for a specific spirits, okay? I'm also going to teach you how to do the different lamps for the spirits. So let's say, for instance, you don't have money to get the 7-day glass candle, okay? I'm going to show you how you do it in a bowl that belongs to the Petwo, that belongs to the Rada, that belongs to the ancestors, that belongs to Kuze, that belongs to Ogu, that belongs to Gidi. Okay? So if you know those lamps, okay, and you do them, you're going to love them. You're going to start saying, you know what, it's going to be cheaper if I do the lamp than pay $5 to $6 for this. It's sad that they went up, but it is what it is. Do you understand what I'm saying? I use them to keep the spirits lit. I love it when they lit all the time. Okay? That's what I do. And on their special days, if I'm in the mood, and if you're in the mood, do their lamp on their specific days. But if you're not in the mood, don't do it, because they're not going to accept it. That's how they are. They focus on your intentions. They focus on your, how can I say that? Your clarity. You can't give somebody or the spirit something when you feel like, do I have to? Really? Okay. Don't do it. Don't do it. Just tell them I'm going to give it to you another day. Okay? So I hope you guys got that. There's going to be a lot of information, and I'm looking forward to doing this seminar. I swear, you're going to have times where you can ask questions. You're going to get your answers. But that day, please have your pen and your notebook on, so that you can go. Here's another thing too. Don't rely totally on the information that I'm giving you. Even though I'm going to sit here and tell you I'm going to give you delicious information. But always do your research with it so you can see that I'm telling you things that I know. If there's something in specifically you cannot find or whatever and stuff like that, and you don't know what I'm talking about, don't do it. Don't do it unless you feel like the information is genuine. Because that's how I am. I'm not going to sit here and make a fool out of myself. Okay? So please be ready. Be ready. Okay? Recipes. If you do a reading with me, okay? And there's work that has to be done after the video. After the reading. Okay? Depends on the recipe that I'm going to give you. Don't always expect that I'm going to give you a bunch of stuff to go shopping to get, a bunch of stuff for you to go and get, and you're not strong enough. I'm going to give you just a little bit, okay, to get you started. You know why? Because the spirits, they want you to put the back into it. They want you to do the walking. They want you to do the talking. That in itself is going to make a big deal for you. So if I give you 3 or 4 items on a specific job, okay, I'm going to check the cards after that job is complete to see if it helped the situation or if it didn't. Now, if this is a matter of witchcraft and stuff going on around you, you don't understand, it may be that your house needs to be cleansed, whereas it's going to be deeper cleansed now because I'm going to have to make arrangements between me and you to get me to where you are. As long as it's not where I can't and I'm not able to travel to. Especially with this coronavirus. And I don't have no problems going to the airport with my little mask on and all this other kind of stuff. But do know I'm not going to shove a whole bunch of things down your throat. You have no way of getting them. Then you have no place of disposing it when it needs to be disposed. Okay? So remember that. And also, if I do give you a recipe, more than likely I'm going to tell you, give me a day and I'll get back to you and I'll tell you exactly what to get. What that does, it gives me time, okay, to think about what it is I want to do for you for your specific situation. All I need, if not a couple of hours or an overnight, let me sleep on it, I'll call you and tell you, boom, 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 this is what to get. Of course, I'm going to ask you, what is your budget looking like? Because if you can't afford this stuff, do you live in an area where you have access to it? If you don't, and you say, Chris, I'm going to have to get it online, that means it's going to take longer for you to do the work, okay? The spirits are in no rush, okay? You've waited this long. It's been going on this long. You finally got aware of what it is that was the problem and what you needed to do. Now, because let me tell you something, most likely, if you're a spiritual person and you contact another spiritualist, it's because something rose up inside of you and said, you know what? It's time for me to check this out. It's time for me to find out what the hell is going on. Because I have all these thoughts, I have all these feelings, and I need some confirmation. Those are the readings I love to do. Okay? Because I want you to stop worrying. I want you to stop having the anxiety. I want you to stop sitting here giving your money for baloney. Okay? So, that's another topic. Oh, one more thing real quick. If you're going to send somebody else to me, that after I read for you and you're sending somebody else, please let them know how I function and how I work. Because I don't want nobody to come here or me doing a reading for them via Skype or Messenger and you go back and says, wow, he really ripped me a new one. Or I wasn't expecting that. He is very direct and he doesn't let them know, or give them the address to the YouTube, let them watch the video so they can get an idea of how I work and how I function. Now, when it comes to helping somebody, I have all the patience in the world. But don't take it for granted. Because once those cards get tired, or they feel like they ain't going to talk to me no more, I'm going to be able to tell you I can't go on. Because they going to tell me, okay, that Chris, it's time to stop. So do know that. That's why I said, let me know what type of reading is going to be done so I can tell you ahead of time. Okay? We got that done. That was the recipes. Now, okay, answer, we got that. Okay, I told you guys about the 3 questions. The tea light candle or the 4-inch candle. Always white, please. Let me always assure you and let you know. This is not about money for me. Okay? This is about you paying for an energy. Because if you don't pay for it, your spirits, my spirits is not going to be happy. They're my employer. Okay? So if they're my employer expects me to be compensated for that. Okay? And your spirits want you to pay and have respect for yourself and pay for that energy. So it's not, oh yeah, it's all about the money for that, because the amount of information that I've been given on YouTube, you cannot tell me, okay, that I'm in this for the money. It would be really sad because I've given away a lot of stuff and I have no regrets. And I'm going to continue to do it because my law, my spirituality is in here. Okay? That's where it always is. I love readings. I love baths. I love helping people in a time of need. Okay? So don't always think this is about the money. Yes, I'm promoting myself. Yes, I'm trying to create a spiritual family, godchildren. Yes, all of that is part of it. But when it comes to the money part of it, trust and believe, by the time I finish doing these videos, they're being edited and all that other kind of stuff, I'm worn out. I'm telling you, when I get done sometimes with most of these videos, I'm pretty much shot. Because this is my time to get in front of the camera and give all that energy to you guys. Okay? And I'm sure a person that has common sense, speaks English, went to school here, knows exactly what I'm talking about. Okay? Now, what you're going to need, and it's not a must, but I would like for you to get them. There's certain charts that I use and that I go by for references, okay? And what I'm talking about is I'm talking about numerology charts. I'm talking about chakra charts. I'm talking about simple charts when it comes to the cards. And I will be covering tarot as well. Even though my spirit guide doesn't use tarot, I can use it if that's what somebody prefer. The reading would be done completely on me. She doesn't do tarot. Okay? So let me let you know that in case you're going to be using your tarot or your playing cards, I'll be able to answer both questions for you. Okay? So now, if you get those charts, okay, they also call them cheat sheets. Okay? I prefer, if you can, to get them laminated so that you can always have them near you and you can also use them for a reference. Because the fact of the matter is, if you don't get them in some type of plastic protection, they're going to start getting old. God forbid you drop liquid on it, you're going to be through. I have charts here that I've made for years, and I laminate everything. And I keep them back. I keep them here for me in case I have to use it as a reference. It's always here. So that's how I'm able to give you guys thorough information based on certain things. And there's a good site that I use personally, okay, that I have an account on, and it's on Pinterest.com. Pinterest.com. Make an account, go on to spiritual pictures, go on to spiritual charts, numerology, chakras, cheat sheets on tarot meaning or cartomancy meetings, or you can even get different spiritual things. You can get to see what type of spirits does this. They have them all on there. All you gotta do is take your little fingers and go swagga like a, and then it's gonna come up for you. Okay? Just like when you go to Amazon, you know exactly what you're looking for, you know exactly what you want to buy, and you order it. Okay? It's the same thing with this. Take your spirituality very serious, because this is a lifelong process. It's unless you're just going to take all of it and shove it in the closet. But let me tell you something. You're going to be in the dark if you do that. Okay? Here's another thing too. Get yourself a chart as well on the elements. I don't care how good you know how good you know them. Okay? But sometimes you need to be able to know what planet, what day does earth, fire, air, and they have another one, water, and then spirit. So now you got the Star of David going on with that. Okay? So it lets you know what planet, it will let you know what angel is in charge of there. It's delicious. It can't get any better than that. And oh, for my astrology people and my numerology people who like to check on this, I have a calendar that I use all the time. And it's all based on astrology, numerology, planets, when it's going to be a full moon, when it's going to be a half a moon, so that you know if you're doing certain things, what day does it belong to the Loa, if that's what you serve, if what day is it when you doing it for your astrological sign, and the element, the planet, and what spirit rules that day, or what archangel rules that specific day. Okay, this gets deep and it gets interesting, and I'm going to be covering all this in the seminar. So if you don't register, you're missing out on a lifetime thing, because trust me, half of that notebook is going to be full, because I'm not going to get questions in the email that you already know. I told you, and I do repeat myself. I didn't know, you were talking too fast, or it wasn't clear, stuff like that, and then you want me to re-answer the question again in the email. All I want in the email is to hear how good it was, if it was good, how informative it was, if it was informative. If you liked it, you didn't like it, I need those feedbacks, so I know if this is something I should do again. Okay? That's that. I told you about opening your life over and over at different people's shops or homes with your life. I told you that. Because every time you do certain things like that, you're not only hurting yourself, you're actually jacking up the spirit as well too. Because your spirit doesn't want people to know exactly what you serve all the time. They don't like it. Okay. For the reader, you keep searching and searching, and you can't see it. Just to make your money. So here goes that thing. You'll get some readers as well. They'll keep going and going and going, so the price goes up and up and up. Or they're searching for something that they're completely in the dark with. That's the time when that individual needs to say, you know what? I can't do the reading for you. I can't see for you. Give them back their money. Don't go into a thing where, I need this money. I need this money, so let me make up stuff. No, that's not good. And your spirit that's sitting behind your shoulders is not going to appreciate it too. Because that money right there is considered bad money. And they don't want to have nothing to do with it. I told you about always being prepared for me. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm going to tell you direct. Whether you cry or not, I can't, because I can't pass the Kleenex through the internet. I can't go like this and say, wipe your eyes. I can tell you, go get some Kleenex, pat, 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 and then you'll be done. Well, I think that pretty much covers it all for now. And I'm also going to say again, thank you for watching my videos and thank you for commenting. And I hope those who enjoy it and stuff is passing it along and going from there. Let me tell you something. If you're following my path, you want to be a part of me and stuff like that, let me know. Let me know. And please, humble yourself. I've had to do that along my journey too, especially if I feel like I connected with something, okay, with someone. Stay with it, because this is not something that you should be fascinated with it. It should be something that you like, that you want a lifelong relationship. I'm not going to always be able to be there when your spirits are talking to you, especially about something private. Now, if you want to confide in me, and because you may not have understood what they said, and so forth and so on, that's a different thing. But I don't need to know everything that they tell you, because that's that intimate relationship that you got between you and your spirits. And it's the best one you can ever get. I'll always be there for my godchildren as long as God gives me air to breathe and be able to get me up the next day out of my bed. I will be there. Okay? I'm not singing the Michael Jackson song right now because I don't have the energy, but I will be there. I'll be there. Okay. Another thing too is I will be giving you your life path number if you don't know it. I'm going to show you how you get it. I'm going to show you how you do it as well. You should always know what is the purpose of you. What is the purpose of even your destiny? What type of work should you be in? What type of work should you be doing spiritually? All those come back sometimes to those charts, and they all come back to the whole purpose of you. Okay? Any questions? Any comments? Keep doing what you guys are doing. I don't know if you like it or if you don't like it based on not commenting. Okay? I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I was more than happy to do it for you guys. I want you guys to stay blessed. May God and the spirits continue to bless everybody. Thank you very much for watching Hougan Mystic Channel.